I know that in this room, and for those listening from afar, there are souls exhausted from trying to be strong. There are cries that cannot be uttered. There are, why? Questions to which the answer seems to be the silence of heaven. Perhaps you're grappling with the heavy burden of unspoken regret, the quiet hum of a conscience disturbed, or the gnawing feeling of a truth yet to be revealed. Your spirit might feel parched, longing for a cleansing rain to wash away the dust of unaddressed burdens. I understand that stifling sensation of carrying a secret weight, of feeling isolated in your own internal struggle. My heart goes out to all who are silently enduring this profound inner disharmony. But I want us to discover a liberating truth together. God doesn't demand a cheerful song when our hearts are shattered. He offers us a sacred songbook, and within it are the very notes of lament and confession. He gives us the unwavering promise in Psalm 34-18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. He doesn't shy away from our mess. He draws near to it. Consider the profound honesty of David in his own confessions within the Psalms, how he laid bare his soul before God, not in perfection, but in raw, vulnerable truth. He teaches us that even our deepest faults can be brought into the light of divine mercy. We won't shy away from difficult emotions. Instead, we will learn to transform our very sighs into a prayer, an authentic melody before God. This journey isn't about finding a quick fix, but about finding a voice for your soul. This week, as a step of faith, find one verse from a psalm that perfectly describes your current feelings and read it aloud each morning. Let it be the opening note of your own honest conversation with the divine conductor. Now that we've found the first notes to express our inner turmoil, let's explore how the Psalms transform those laments into a powerful dialogue with God. Psalm 32 immediately opens with a profound declaration of blessing. Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the one whose sin the Lord does not count against them, and in whose spirit is no deceit. This isn't just a hopeful wish. It's an unwavering promise of the deep, soul-level peace that comes from the ultimate release of burdens. This is the foundation of true joy, a melody of liberation. Perhaps you're carrying the heavy weight of guilt, a sense of unworthiness that dampens every facet of your life. You might feel trapped by past mistakes, believing that true peace is forever out of reach. I understand that suffocating feeling of being bound by your own shortcomings, the internal silence that follows a transgression. My heart resonates with anyone who yearns for a clean slate, for the freedom that only true forgiveness can bring. Consider the story of the prodigal son. He squandered his inheritance, lived recklessly, and ultimately hit rock bottom. His journey back was filled with trepidation. Yet, his father's response wasn't condemnation, but an overflowing embrace of forgiveness and restoration. The son's journey mirrors our own. The willingness to return, even when we feel undeserving, is met with an astounding grace that brings blessing and peace. This powerful narrative underscores the truth of Psalm 32. As a step of faith this week, ponder one area where you desire forgiveness and silently thank God for His boundless mercy, believing in the blessing of His pardon. As we delve deeper into the orchestration of Psalm 32, we confront the painful reality of unconfessed sin and the liberating power of honest confession. The psalmist laments, "When I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy on me. My strength was sapped as in the heat of summer." This stark depiction reveals the destructive dissonance that unaddressed guilt creates within the soul. Yet, it quickly shifts to a powerful release. "Then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin." This is an unwavering promise. God's hand, though heavy in conviction, is gentle in forgiveness. Psalm 103-12 reassures us, "As far as the east is from the west, so far has He removed our transgressions from us." Have you ever felt a physical burden from an unspoken truth, a weariness that permeates your very being? Perhaps you've experienced the internal pressure of holding onto secrets, feeling your energy drain away as you try to maintain a facade. I understand that agonizing process of internal struggle, the emotional and spiritual toll it takes. My heart aches for those who are silently bearing such oppressive weights, believing they must carry their burdens alone. Think of Zacchaeus, the tax collector. He was a man burdened by ill-gotten gains and public disapproval. Yet, when he encountered Jesus, he immediately confessed his wrongs and made restitution. His confession wasn't just words. It was an action that brought immediate release and joy. His story vividly illustrates how genuine confession transforms internal groans into a song of liberation, freeing not only the individual but also restoring relationships and purpose. As a step of faith this week, choose one small, honest admission you can make to God, either verbally or in writing, and experience the lightness that follows. Continuing our melodic journey through Psalm 32, we move from the relief of forgiveness to the comforting promise of divine guidance. The psalmist proclaims, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." This is an unwavering promise of a God who actively engages with us, not as a harsh judge, but as a loving guide. Proverbs 3-5, -6 echoes this truth. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." He is our compass, our roadmap, our ever-present instructor. Perhaps you found yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take, or felt lost in the labyrinth of life's decisions. You might be longing for clarity, for a clear sign to light your way forward. I understand the anxiety that comes with uncertainty, the fear of making the wrong choice. My heart goes out to those who feel adrift, yearning for a guiding hand amidst the complexities of their journey. Consider the Israelites in the wilderness. After being freed from Egypt, they faced an unknown, treacherous journey. God did not abandon them. He provided a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, a constant, tangible sign of his presence and divine guidance. He didn't just give them a map, he was the map, leading them step by step. This narrative emphasizes that after the burden of sin is lifted, God's promise of guidance becomes a tangible reality, leading us into his purposes. As a step of faith this week, when faced with a decision, pause and simply ask God for his guidance, trusting that his loving eye is indeed on you. We have journeyed together through the harmonies of hidden pain, the echoing blessings of forgiveness, the transformation of groans into glorious songs, and the comforting promise of divine guidance. From the heavy silence of unconfessed burdens to the vibrant melody of his leading, we have found that God orchestrates our journey towards profound joy and peace. You have been led from the dissonant notes of internal conflict to discovering your own harmonious song of redemption. Now, let us together declare a collective confession of hope. Though the melody of my life may waver, I still believe you are the conductor. Though I may not see the light, I still believe you are my song. Lord, you are my strength and my psalm. You are my forgiver, my guide, and my everlasting peace. I invite you now to find your rest in him, allowing the divine conductor to reharmonize your soul and grant you his profound peace. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. May he grant you strength in your weakness, solace in your sorrow, and a renewed song of hope that echoes through every season of your life. May his peace fill every chord of your being,